What's up, guys? I'm trying to keep it down because my roommates are asleep. So, going to talk about the Seattle Storm going into the playoffs against the Phoenix Mercury. Now, for those of you who might be thinking, well, wait a minute, typical Seattle fan looking for a winner. No, I'm not that fan. I actually put together some Storm videos last year. I'll put the links below if you want to see them. And for some odd reason, when I want to talk about the Seattle Storm, I always have internet issues, whether internet's not set up, or I lose it, or I move, or whatnot. I would have talked about their playoff run last year if I had internet. So anyway, that being said, if you don't believe me, go ahead and check out the videos from last year. All right. So the Seattle Storm are going to host the Phoenix Mercury in the best-of-3 series. That is one thing I actually don't like about the WNBA playoffs is they're too short. There's not that much leeway in a best-of-3 series. You think best-of-5 is actually, there's not that much leeway, but try best-of-3 series. You really have to play flawless basketball or your flawless game. But anyway, that's enough about that. So we're going to play the Phoenix Mercury. I'll start with the second storyline. This is a rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals when the Seattle Storm took down the Phoenix Mercury 2-0 to clinch the Western Conference title. So I'm sure the Phoenix Mercury are thinking revenge. Also, like last year, Seattle going into the series has home court advantage with them hosting Game 1 and potentially Game 3 if necessary. It is always interesting to see how these two teams get together because Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird are really good friends, and they just seem to bring the best out of each other. If Sue Bird's having a good game, then Diana Taurasi's having a good game, and vice versa. We saw that last year in the playoffs, actually, when Sue Bird was actually kind of quiet in Game 2 and Diana Taurasi was going off, and then Sue Bird ended up hitting the game-winning shot to send the Storm into the finals. So that's always a storyline. Also, it's kind of interesting how the rivalry between the two teams has kind of grown throughout the years. Seattle, not really too sure who our big-time rivalry is. It used to be the LA Sparks, and then once Lisa Leslie retired, that rivalry's kind of died down. We've kind of taken over. But Phoenix and Seattle are always mean you're going to have a good game, no matter what the circumstances. Regular season, preseason, postseason, doesn't matter. You're always going to get a good game. The big storyline in this series is Lauren Jackson has returned after missing 20 games of the regular season due to a hip injury. She had hip surgery, and now she's playing. She's not 100%, but still, it's going to help the Storm. It's going to give the Storm a little bit more depth down in the post. Unlike in 2009 and 8 when Jackson was hurt, we didn't have that extra depth down deep in the paint. So that obviously is going to help, even if Jackson only plays 20 minutes a game. The Storm are going into the playoffs on a rise. They actually clinched the second seed, which was very good. So now they have home court advantage for at least the first round of playoffs, and one of the main reasons is because Lauren Jackson did return. So that's going to be a storyline. Can Lauren Jackson stay healthy? It's always a storyline. It's always been a problem. As much as I do like her, and as much as I like her game and how she's competitive, unfortunately she is injury prone. So that's going to be a storyline. So that's something to watch out for. The good thing is, compared to when the Storm won the title in 2004 and they were trying to repeat in 2005, is the entire starting lineup from last year's championship team is intact. They will be starting out, thanks to Jackson being healthy. They will have their entire starting lineup from last year's team playing. So experience might be a factor in terms of that, which would favor the Storm. If the Storm want to win this series, they definitely have to win Game 1. As I mentioned before, I don't think that the best-of-3 series gives you a lot of leeway, but at the same time, we need to win Game 1 and jump on the Mercury. We don't want to give them home court advantage heading into Game 2. Kind of got to do what we did last year. We don't have to worry about Key Arena rocking during Game 1. It's going to happen with Key Arena being one of the most hostile environments in the WNBA. So So that's a little preview of it. I hope the Storm can move forward. If they do win, they'll take on the winner of the Minnesota Lynx and San Antonio Silver Stars. So go Storm. I will recap the game probably on Friday. Probably Friday morning, afternoon before I go to work, because I'm busy tomorrow. And we'll talk about, we'll have a little playoff coverage. First time we've had playoff coverage since Central Washington's men's basketball team went to the playoffs back in March. So go Storm. Thanks for watching, and feel free to watch the Storm videos that I put links to below from last year. And let's go try and beat the Mercury in the first round so we can get to the conference finals again. All right, go Storm.